Good word for it, Jamal. Classic it is indeed, but the big battle could be inside. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
in blue, but a nice touch tonight will be a 27-year-old rookie by the name of Mark Iavaroni. We'll watch and see what he does. Being drafted by New York, didn't stay with him, and now catches on with Philadelphia. It'll be Moses Malone against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They played 26 times against each other, and Kareem has won 16 of those 26. Norm Nixon and the Lakers will control the opening tap, and we are officially underway. By the way, June 8th of this 1982 was the time that the Lakers defeated Philadelphia by 10 for the championship right here at the Forum.
Right off the bat, Magic gives Jamal Wilkes something he can handle as he got a hard pick from Kareem. As a result, there's a foul, and the Lakers will inbound it.
Julius Erving with his first foul, first on the Philadelphia 76ers. There's that matchup we'll watch all night. Moses Malone against Kareem. I don't think even Moses can do much with that skyhook as Kareem gets the Lakers on the board.
Sam, I mentioned earlier, I don't think I've ever seen a look in Kareem's eye like that as long as I've known the guy. He is really ready to play. Got something to prove tonight against Malone. I don't think you really have to prove anything when you're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but it's just a special deal. Moses has never had a ball club with this kind of talent. Kareem always has, and it's just going to be a great go.
You saw Iavaroni, number 8, trying to break down the lane, and Mark Landsberger will draw the personal foul as the Philadelphia 76ers get the drive inside, and Andrew Toney, who's just been absolutely burning it up here in the past few games, gets the Philadelphia 76ers knotted at 2.
He likes it when it's on the line. He is just a great kid. You know, Billy Cunningham has chewed on him more than anybody. The kid just responds. He's terrific. I mentioned earlier, Sam, he thinks he's in a playground tonight. He really is something special.
He's also averaged 26 points in the last 5 ball games, so he is hot. Iavaroni likes to dump that ball inside to Moses. Moses trying to work on Abdul-Jabbar, and his first shot knocked out, and that's what the doctor can do, keep it alive, but Moses can't get to it. And Los Angeles will have it on side court.
The other night in San Diego, Bill Walton played Malone as well as you can. He muscled him a little bit, and they just didn't let him get the basketball where he wanted it. So it'll be interesting to see what Kareem does with him.
You're watching the number 2 offensive unit in the NBA. The Los Angeles Lakers are average 21.2 points per ball game, but right now Philadelphia giving them some problems as Andrew Toney makes the steal. Toney matched up on Jamal Wilkes, and we'll talk about that a little more, the way the Lakers play that a little differently, as the doctor gets his first basket, and now Philadelphia has their first lead 4-2.
Well, we talked about at the top, Erving is shooting better from the outside than I've seen him, and you got to play him honest. Magic didn't get a hand up, and the doctor buried it.
Magic Johnson gets Toney. That's a mismatch in size, and there is the doctor playing the defense on the inside. Doc will stay with his man to a point, and then he does like to roam, and he is very good when he is able to get on a player that is not a good offensive player, because that's when he's the most effective.
Sam, you make great sense. I think the 3 things that I respect most about Billy Cunningham's ball club, you can see the travel over the last 6-7 years. They've had the ability to make the steal, block the shots, and run the break. The one thing that has killed them, they've been a very poor rebounding team. Now they got the best rebounder in the game.
Billy Cunningham, 294 wins, 130 losses, the head man of the 76ers, only 6 away from the Magic 300. There's Iavaroni, but he's fouled before he can get it to the hoop. And there's that look by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, as a matter of fact. You see the intensity on his face as Iavaroni will go to the line for Philadelphia.
You made a good point. A 27-year-old rookie. He's been banging the boards in Italy. A lot of people feel as Shaney coming off the bench is a better ball player, but this is the answer to Kurt Rambis. He will stick you a little bit, he'll play some defense, and above all, he's tough.
He also gives Philadelphia, with that foul shot, a 5-2 lead. They're up by 3. This is their biggest lead of the ball game. The Lakers led by 2 on the opening basket, as the red-clad Philadelphia 76ers on their extended West Coast tour play here tonight at the Forum. Magic Johnson triggers the outlet to Norm Nixon. Nixon against Cheeks. That's some pretty good speed there, Irv.
Oh, it really is. Speed and quickness. I think Mo Cheeks is having his best year. We've seen Nixon so many times. But Cheeks out of West Texas State is up there in assists and steals.
I think you can see what the doctor likes to do as he filtered back in on Kareem and then had to release and get outside. And here comes the doctor. Tip up and good by Malone.
Did you hear the crowd, the anticipation for the enemy as the Doc doesn't get the finger roll? But I'm telling you, I couldn't believe that. It was all for Julius.
There's probably only about 2 or 3 players in this league that will create that. Certainly George Gervin of San Antonio kind of gets that same reaction on the road, as does the doctor. When the ball's in his hand, as it is on the rebound, things normally happen. Malone, second basket in a row, and Philadelphia now has raced to a 9-2 lead over Los Angeles.
Cheeks does what he does best, give you something you can handle. Nice pass to Malone, 9:05 remaining, as you point out.
Of the Lakers, and taking over for Paul Westhead at the early part of last season. Good pressure defense by Philadelphia that you'll see all over the floor. Tony one of the better players against Johnson. Jamal Wilkes with a funny-looking jump shot, but when he gets it at release period, it is right on the money, and it's 9-4, Philly.
Al Attles made a big point last week how much better, as we see a turnover, how much better Wilkes is than when he was with the Golden State Warriors. He now really takes his time, he conserves his energy, and he's just a poised player. I thought he was always a great player, but now he's just doing the things that he ought to do to be a superstar.
Magic always calls him the quietest, best forward in the league, and that means, of course, he'll kind of slip up and get those 20 points on you. You don't really know he's there, but he'll hurt you. 9-4, Philadelphia with a 5-point lead as Tony will draw a personal foul, trying to prevent Johnson from getting where he wants to go. First foul on Tony, second tonight, called on the Philadelphia 76ers.
Interesting, Sam. Jabbar moved out a little further to open the lane up for Johnson, who's got about a 6-inch height advantage over Tony, and Magic draws a foul.
Norm Nixon looking inside to the big fella. And Moses Malone will make a steal and a good save on the end line as here comes Cheeks. What a nice pass to Iavaroni.
Sam, they're really doubling down hard, and that's the key to good guards, people who can double down and then still get back out. And boy, the Sixers have made a payoff 7-point lead.
I think you hit it on the nose. They're able to get back out after you double down. And there's Wilkes trying to keep the Lakers in the ball game. It's now an 11-6 ball game, and here comes Philly.
They will
the
run.
Doctor.
Sam, excuse me, they will run on made shots as we have seen. And how about Moses Malone playing like he's Jack Elway with that touchdown pass?
Here comes the skyhook by Kareem, and it's off. 4 points by Abdul-Jabbar. 13-8, Los Angeles with the lead by 5. Again, the playoff intensity already early here in the first period. Moses Malone coming from Houston. Dr. J, again, a little hiss comes in the crowd as they wait for his next move. Malone inside and posted up on Landsberger. And there's the Doctor, got it up, knocked away. Good play by Wilkes. Nixon to Johnson, right back to Wilkes. Good play by Iavaroni on the defensive end.
Billy Cunningham gets up and applauds because they did a great job getting back. Take another look. Normally the Lakers get 2 as we've been watching them every Sunday night from here. And boy, Iavaroni, the tough kid, just gets it done.
7:17 to play in the period as Wilkes gets his 3rd bucket out of that same corner. And it's now a 13-10 ball game as the Lakers, who trailed in this ball game by a total of 7, are right back in it, down by 3.
Look at Malone underneath with Jabbar and Landsberger. I tell you, got to love that.
Maurice Cheeks, by the way, getting that last basket in the last 3 games has averaged only 10 points and about 5 rebounds. Nixon feeding it off on the inside, and we've got an offensive foul to be called, I believe, on Kareem. It is. Kareem getting his 2nd personal foul, by the way. And that's the 3rd team foul. That, of course, is an offensive foul, but the 2nd of the night called on Kareem. 15-10, Philadelphia with a 5-point lead. First quarter. Delighted you're with us here at the Forum in L.A. tonight.
Number 1 draft pick James Worthy comes in for Landsberger.
Good lead by the Doctor. Moses Malone had it knocked away by Wilkes, but now Earl Strom has spotted a foul, and they will call it on Wilkes.
There's Pat Riley as he watches the action. He picks up the foul here. Here's Julius. Nice pass in here. Malone goes up, gets hit on the arm. I think that's a fair call. Moses isn't going to miss a jam from underneath there unless somebody tears his arm off.
Moses Malone, normally a very good foul shooter at 79%, has hit 141 out of 179 prior to that miss. That's his up here, Mr. Kerr, and James Worthy, the rookie from North Carolina, triggers the break out to Nixon. It's a 15-10 ball game with Philadelphia in the lead by 5. Abdul-Jabbar, the left-hander, won't go, and there's Moses out with another offensive rebound. Interesting stat on him in a moment of that offensive glass. Left side, this is the Doctor. Follows his own shot and almost got it. Nixon, however, got there first. Good passing by the Lakers. Almost results in an easy one, but stolen away. Good defense by Cheeks. Julius Erving, who runs the floor with the best of them, despite his getting on in age. Moses, along with Magic Johnson, now push for position inside, and Nixon will have it stolen right back by Cheeks. 5:53 to play. Still a 5-point Philadelphia lead. Andrew Toney. Here's the Doctor. Follow up by Malone. Malone goes after it again, and Johnson finally will corral it for L.A. Wilkes tries for the layup. It won't go. Jabbar can't get it to go. Rebound Worthy, and he's hammered.
Unbelievable action on the offensive boards.
Standing crowd here tonight.
Oh, just something. 5:33 left, and the action has been unbelievable in this first period. Boy, the Lakers just stayed with it and wouldn't give it up. Normally, you know, Jamal's going to knock that down. Ivoroni battling for his life. Here's Worthy, and then Malone hits him on the arm.
Ivoroni getting his first personal foul, the third called on the Philadelphia 70. And again, Sam Smith and Irv Brown here. We hope that we're going to give you a dandy delight as Worthy's foul shot draws the Lakers back within 4. Next shot gives him 2 for the night, and all of a sudden it's a 3-point game again. 15-12 Philadelphia.
The action has really been good early as the people are supposed to be doing what they're supposed to do right there.
Stolen by Johnson, who will finally start the break for Philadelphia. Worthy, wide open shot, but he can't get it to go. Wilkes got a tip of it, but here comes the doctor. Tony, who can pull up and shoot outside, just races by Jabbar, but he draws a turnover, and that's 3 tonight for Philadelphia.
Big guy didn't come down the floor, and that's a pretty big figure to go against. Bob McAdoo will make his first appearance. Be interesting to see if Pat Riley keeps Jabbar in the ball game and plays McAdoo for either Worthy or Wilkes.
Those are not boos in the background. Also, Michael Cooper getting up off of the bench for the Lakers, and they holler for the Coop. Norm Nixon got his arm knocked away, and I believe Cheeks is going to draw the foul, and Nixon will shoot a pair here. As Philadelphia leads by 3, we're under 5 minutes left to play. As the personal foul will be called on Tony, and that'll be his second, as Cheeks also reached, but he got away with it. McAdoo into the ball game. This is Bob McAdoo, now playing in his 12th year. 6'10" out of North Carolina, averages 14 points per ball game.
Pat Riley wants a little more board strength, so he'll keep Jabbar in with McAdoo. McAdoo is showing us an excellent perimeter shot as Nixon knocks down the first one. Norm was involved in that big win down to San Antonio, and it has been protested by the Spurs, and that will be fouled, I believe, next Friday.
Friday, I think, is about the earliest, possibly as late as by Monday or Tuesday. They will make a decision. Philadelphia back into the forecourt, and Tony, nobody covered Tony at all. He gets his 6th point of the game. Los Angeles making a tactical mistake defensively, and now they trail by 4 again. Good matchup inside as Worthy had that ball too far behind the backcourt. Good follow-up. Ball going to be knocked out of bounds by Los Angeles. Belongs to Philadelphia. Loose ball foul now will be called. So a loose ball foul, it looks like McAdoo is the one that draws the foul. And it goes to Philadelphia on the loose ball. So the 76ers get the ball on the loose ball foul, and it's back into the forecourt as Michael Cooper is checked into the Los Angeles lineup. A fine player out of New Mexico.
And he'll draw Andrew Toney. Cooper is a very reliable defensive player. The 76ers at the shoot-around today spent a great deal of time talking about the hoop-to-loop. They don't want to get beat by that alley-oop thing to Cooper.
Toney. Moses Malone trying for an offensive rebound, and McAdoo outduels him for it. Cooper right back to McAdoo. Boy, did they pass that ball away.
All of a sudden, we got ourselves a 2-point ball game after the Lakers had fallen behind by 7 one time.
17-15, 3:55 left to play first quarter. There's a pass over the top as Malone will lay in. Big Mo now gets only his 4th point of the ball game, and it's a 4-point bulge again as a steal is made by Cheeks.
Ball hit Kareem in the back, and Mo Cheeks, who is so tough, out of West Texas State, played for Ron Ecker, very alert.
Mo Cheeks can fill it up outside. Ivoroni not known for his outside shooting, but he tries to pull the string. Tip up by Bobby Jones, who checked in during the last timeout. The follow-up underneath by Tony, and a whistle and a foul will be called.
Point out about Jones, Sam. In my opinion, the last 4 minutes, he might be as good as there is in the NBA. He keeps the ball alive here, does a great job. Here's Tony as he leans in, avoids the offensive foul, gets hit on the arm himself, so Andrew will get a couple.
Bob McAdoo getting his 2nd quick personal foul, so that puts 2 on Abdul-Jabbar and 2 on McAdoo. They normally share time at the post, but they're both playing together at the moment as Andrew Toney, with 6 points for Philadelphia, will step at the line. They're getting some perspiration mopped up, and will be at the foul line here with Toney in just a moment. He was the 13th all-time leading NCAA scorer at Southwest Louisiana, scoring 2,526. And again, in the playoffs last year, averaged nearly 22 points. And he had a career high of 46 against Los Angeles last year on March the 7th, so they know how he can shoot the ball.
And Sam, what's so impressive about him is that first step. You talk about an explosion. The guy is something else. Just a great kid. He can do it so many ways, and what's interesting, Julius Erving has really taken him under his leadership, and of course Julius is the leader of Philadelphia anyway.
Well, after the lead was down to 2, the Philadelphia 76ers have it back up to 6. Magic Johnson will try to cut it even more as he drives for the layup, and will get fouled. He'll get the basket and shoot a foul shot.
Boy, this isn't easy as Magic uses the glass here very hard, but he's got such a good sense Look at how hard it is off the glass. That's got to be perfect.
Clint Richardson checking in during the last timeout, drew the personal foul. Both ball clubs over the limit as Philadelphia gets the missed shot. It's 21-17, Philadelphia. After trailing 2-0, tied it at 2-all, and now they've led ever since. There's Malone with another offensive rebound. Comes off to McAdoo.
You told me an amazing stat. Malone has, what, more offensive rebounds right now than Philly had in the entire year last season?
Coming in tonight, he had 111 offensive rebounds, and Darryl Dawkins had only 68 for the entire year last year. And that is not stoppable. Abdul-Jabbar, his 6th point of the game, and it's 21-19, a 2-point Philly lead. Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. For Herb, we haven't been disappointed as of yet.
I'll tell you what's interesting. You look around, everybody's on the seat of their chair. A little stressed tonight. Keep the paramedics handy.
Look at Malone. It is hand-to-hand combat down underneath, and now Magic Johnson stalks referee Bill Czar. Moses Malone with a pair of foul shots here. He has 5 points for the night, and Philadelphia continues to hang precariously to their lead at 22-19 here at the Forum. And one thing, Irv, that Los Angeles has not been able to do is get that transition game going that they've done so well.
L.A. normally has just run up and down the court at will, but the 76ers have done a very good job. They've taken a little away from their offense to stop the break, and thus far, as you point out, Sam, it's worked.
There's Magic Johnson losing the ball off his chest as fed in by Abdul-Jabbar. Herb, it's almost like a spider standing on a mirror. It is kind of the mirror effect when you look at these two ball clubs. It's almost like looking at yourself, isn't it?
Well, I think you've hit it. The benches are a little different. It'll be interesting to see if Malone, I think he's going to play most of the ball game. They've been going to Curitin, some with McNamara. But, Sam, you just make an excellent point. You know, Jones, Cooper, you talk about some great players coming off the bench.
Iavaroni will run for the one-hander. He kind of scooped that one from outer space with his 5th point of the night, and it's 25-19. As once again, the Philadelphia 76ers have it up to a 6-point lead. Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
A lot of incentive now for the Lakers because Kansas City beats Seattle. And if the Lakers can win tonight, they'll be in first place in the division.
Kansas City, by the way, with that win, pulls further ahead of the Midwest Division over San Antonio. 25-19 as Philadelphia tries to work it low. Iavaroni now matched on Abdul-Jabbar.
That means Worthy draws Malone. That's tough for a kid to go against one of the better rebounders ever to play the game. There, he's got it low.
Well, Malone drew almost all of the Lakers that time. Clint Richardson had it blocked away, and here comes McAdoo. Cooper to Worthy. Oh, my goodness. Worthy almost got that ball skyward as Clint Richardson reached in and drew the foul before he ever got there, though. Stopping the clock with 1:16 to go in the first period.
So once again, no layup for the Lakers. A good block as they play good baseline defense. Worthy with the block. Here's Cooper giving Worthy a good pass, but there's the hole by Clint Richardson, who's a pretty hard-nosed character. He does a good job.
Clint playing in his 4th year out of Seattle at 6'3", averages 10 points off the Philadelphia bench. Worthy having a little trouble at the foul line with the first one to go in. He made his first 2, however. Only 56%, and this is a characteristic of a lot of rookies. Not all of them, that's probably a misnomer, but nonetheless, a majority of the rookies come in and have some trouble at the foul line. And Worthy is now 3 out of 4, however, tonight, but still only shoots 56 for the year.
They're still experimenting a little bit with him during practice at the big guard, so he's quick enough they feel he can play certain opponents at that position.
1 minute left to go in the first quarter. Iavaroni tries to get the roll on the inside. Cooper will rebound it off for Los Angeles after a skirmish underneath. He kind of filters right in the wake of Moses Malone. McAdoo's first shot from outside.
This is a guy that Billy Cunningham tried to get along with owner Harold Katz, and McAdoo wanted to stay right here with the world champions. They made a hard go at him this summer.
A replay of the championship series as the Philadelphia 76ers lost in 6 games, losing here by 10 points on June the 8th. A pass over the top, Landsberger, and Malone will tie up. Not a very pleasant call for those sitting in the stands that favor the Lakers. They thought Malone had gone over his back.
Bill Sauer made the call. Of course, he's heard this a million times before. He's a former policeman. Here's another look. He was a pro baseball player with the Dodger system of all teams. Got as far as Fort Worth.
25-22 the score as Philadelphia, by the way, got a fresh 24 on that jump ball. And they hold it outside with 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The shot clock is now at 10. Maurice Cheeks against Norm Nixon. Shot clock at 6. Cheeks at the foul line. Rebound comes off to Worthy. 10 seconds left to play in the period. Cooper, what a nice move around Cheeks. Excellent move off the side. It won't go. Rebound McAdoo. 2 seconds to play in the period. The goal will count. And by the Los Angeles Lakers, trailing Philadelphia 25-24. We'll be back in just a moment.
Did Magic Johnson. Lakers pressing.
Philadelphia scoring 6 by Malone, 4 by Julius Erving, 5 by Ivoroni, 2 points by Cheeks, 8 by Tony. They're starting 5 off the bench again. They have not gotten any points as of yet. We'll check the Lakers scoring in a moment as Julius tries for his first shot to fall outside, and the rebound by Clint Richardson ejected, and McAdoo starts the break to Worthy. Over the top, knocked away by the ever-present Bobby Jones. Malone will be fouled on the inside and blocked by Cooper. Cooper draws the personal foul on the block.
Cooper was looking for the charge, and the big guy went hard to the board. When you leave the ground, this is the block by Bobby Jones, and now the 2-on-1 effort. Cheeks, who normally gives you something to handle. Look at the contact here as Cooper gets underneath Malone, and the big guy has got a pair.
Lakers scoring. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had 6 also by Wilkes, 2 by Johnson, 1 by Norm Nixon. Bob McAdoo off the bench for 6, 3 by Worthy to round out the Lakers scoring in that first period. 8 points now by Moses Malone as it makes it a 27-24 ball game as Philadelphia has the lead back up to 3. They led by as many as 7 in the first quarter.
One of the most important stats in the NBA is block shots, and we have had a ton on both sides. Well, you take it underneath, and it is really tough. Even if you're Malone or Jabbar, people are really competing tonight.
Worthy staying in there along with, of course, Dr. J as they work one-on-one. That's McAdoo inside on Bobby Jones. McAdoo will be rebounded off by Moses Malone. He clears out that bound quickly. Maurice Cheeks surveying the floor. Looking down low as the doctors posted up. Bobby Jones, they swing the ball very well, and they get it inside of Malone. He'll be called for a travel. Philadelphia with a turnover. Unofficially, I have them for 5 now, compared to 3 for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 3-point Philly lead.
Landsberger drawing the defensive assignment as Jabbar is getting some rest. Malone is questioning Bill Shaw a little bit and not watching his man. Now he picks up Landsberger.
McAdoo again over Bobby Jones. Landsberger almost slipped inside of Malone to get that one as Clint Richardson will get it off to Malone, and they'll wait for the big fella to move it ahead. He had to just drop it away, and Cheeks picked it up very alertly. 10 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the first half. Clint Richardson out of Seattle will gun one in from the right side.
He's been a valuable guy coming off the bench to spell the guards. Once again, a hard-nosed guy who likes it.
5-point Philadelphia lead. Los Angeles kind of grasping for straws on their lineup right now. They've shuffled him in and out, and Wilkes will come back in as Pat Riley gets him up off the Laker bench. Nixon feeding right back to McAdoo, driving into Bobby Jones, and Jones will be called for a block.
Both, of course, coached by Dean Smith, so you know they've got the fundamentals. Jones, one of the better defenders in the league year after year, tries to draw the charge. Take another look at Bobby Jones trying to draw the charge. Doesn't get the trunk in front. And McAdoo at the line.
Well, the backup Irv statement, Bobby Jones of his name to the first-team all-defensive team for the 6 consecutive years. So you know the man can play D.
Tell you what else he can do. He's got as good a left hand as I've ever seen. He'll go down the middle, I think, better than anybody in the NBA, and he also can use that left hand.
Earl Strom calling the ball out of bounds on a loose ball here. And it's going against the Los Angeles Lakers as the ball was batted away after the first foul shot was good. And now with 10:02, they're going to call the personal foul on number 54, and it will be on Landsberger. That'll be his second team foul of the period on L.A. So Philadelphia getting the ball back again. They lead it 29-25. Clint Richardson, Julius Erving tipping, getting control of it, center the lane, and that finger roll will bounce, and go through. What a touch.
What a change in the 76ers this year as they really pound the boards. It's been such a weak spot for them, Sam. I think a guy like Malone just inspires you.
6-point Philadelphia lead with 9:30. Left-hand side of the ball, it is Cooper. There's McAdoo against Bobby Jones. And it'll be rebounded off as Wilkes just came off the bench and will score.
That's a guy that can just ignite your ball club. Not only can he shoot, but he'll leave early on the break, and we'll look for that to happen before this game progresses too much further.
Wilkes gets a lot of layups, but he still shoots 55% and takes a lot of shots down the baseline as well. Good shooter. Maurice Cheeks out of West Texas will try to answer for Philadelphia. Richardson got a tip of it after Cooper came up with the rebound. A loose ball foul will be called in the backcourt, and I believe Bobby Jones is going to get it.
Billy Cunningham. People say that Billy hadn't won the big one. How about that Celtic game a year ago? And then he ran into a ball club I think played as well as any team I've ever seen. These Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, they polished off Phoenix and San Antonio in fine fashion, winning 8 in a row. Bobby Jones with a block on Magic. 8:48 left to play in the first half. Clint Richardson feeding to Puritan. As a charge will be called, and they're going to call it on Clint Richardson as he drives through the center of the lane. And the charge will be his third personal foul.
Nixon really stood his ground, took the charge. 31-27 our score. 76ers on top with 8:43 remaining in the half.
Tony coming back in and Richardson going out. We'll also get a look here in just a few moments of Russ Chaney, 6'10", a rookie out of Tennessee, Chattanooga.
Well, I like this kid. We watched him shooting beforehand. He has got a terrific touch. That program's really coming down there under Murray Arnold.
Los Angeles trailing 31-27. A steal by Curitan and Cheeks. Here's Cheeks from the outside. He can't get the jumper to go. The ball batted out of bounds. Touch slashed by the Lakers, said Earl Strom. It'll belong to Philadelphia, giving Russ Chaney a chance to get into the ballgame. The redhead will check in, and going out will be Bobby Jones.
Got to believe that as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar comes back in, but I got to believe the shooting percentages will warm up. There's been nothing from the outside other than Wilkes. Neither ball club can buy one, but boy, you got to love the intensity, the steals, the block shots, and particularly the offensive rebounding.
Abdul-Jabbar will match up on Russ Chaney, who in the last 5 games has hit 21 of his last 30 shots. Not bad shooting, huh? Here's Tony, stripped clean by Johnson, follow it by Irving, and he'll finally get it in. That Doctor operating underneath for his 8th point of the game, and it's 33-27. 7:57 left to play in the second quarter. The Los Angeles Lakers, Philadelphia 76ers. Good cutoff play by Curitan. He had to go cross court. Does Jabbar to McAdoo. They'll score the hoop. And running under him will be the rookie Chaney for his first personal foul. McAdoo's basket will count. Give him 9 for the night.
Of course, it's nice to see McAdoo get that outside shot going if you're a Laker fan, because they haven't been able to score much from the outside. That's Bob's second one that he's knocked down. He's got that kind of ability. Excellent perimeter.
7:47 left to play in the first half of tonight's ball game. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll be back to NBA Tonight, our studios. But Greg Gumbel and John Andreas will bring you up to date on the other ball games being played around the league. Philadelphia with the lead by 3 at 33-30. A rather low-scoring ball game, to say the least, as we expected both these ball clubs to run almost at will, but the defense has been excellent on both ends. Dr. J goes into double figures with 10, 35-30.
The Lakers are going with magic on him. They felt that if they played Wilkes, that he'd get in foul trouble, feeling that Irvin would not. Alexander Johnson has 7 rebounds, as you see the turnover, 5 of them off the offensive board.
7:19 as Philadelphia will trigger the inbound, leading by 5 points. Their biggest lead has been 7 tonight. Los Angeles led on the opening basket, and that's been their only lead of the ball game. Since Philadelphia tied it at 2, they have had the upper hand for the most part. Julius Erving and Russ Chaney. Chaney a long way from the hoop, drawing Jabbar away. Curitan inside will try a little bit of the sky hook, and who should get the rebound but Jabbar. Nixon stride for stride, a pair of 10s there. As Cheeks cuts him off. Rebound knocked down by Curitan. Philadelphia breaking back the other way with 6:50 to go in the half. 5-point Philadelphia lead. Both ball clubs playing a little cautiously now as they realize that every opportunity is going to be very valuable before this game is over. Julius rebounded off by Chaney. Shot on the right side is an air ball. We talked about how well he shot the ball, and he shoots it up, but Curitan was right there to finish it.
7-point 76er lead. Sam, are you surprised that the big changes that Philly made? Rebounds, LA 5, and the Sixers have a 7-point lead.
Magic Johnson playing with Norm Nixon at the guards, while Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilkes, and Worthy on the front line. Wilkes just throws up a prayer, but he was pushed on the inside. And the personal foul will go against Curitan.
We were talking about Magic. Once again, he is matched up with Tony out front. Magic has about 6 inches on Tony, and we'll see if they exploit it and post him up.
4th team foul call on Philadelphia with 6:09 left to play here in the first half. Philadelphia leading by 7, matching their biggest lead of the ball game they had earlier. Jamal Wilkes gets his 9th point of the ball game. 86% foul shooter, averaging just under 20 a game at 19.6. Second to Abdul-Jabbar on this ball club. 37-32 with the next foul shot also good. The 76ers in the ball game now. They have, of course, their #1 draft choice of a year ago, Franklin Edwards, in number 14. Chaney matched on Wilkes, that is. They get it out at midcourt. Tony will try to make a save, and apparently did. Back into Dr. J. He tries a 3-point goal. It won't go. Chasing the rebound down is Johnson. Shot clock was running down. The reason the Doctor threw it up. Wilkes out of the corner.
Well, that has been his spot for years. He's something else.
37-34. Wilkes with a basket And 2 foul shots, bringing the Lakers right back in. Chaney against Jabbar, his jumper out at the top of the key, and that's what we were talking about.
Interesting matchup as Jabbar didn't want to come out, and Chaney, who can shoot it, fills it up pretty good. Like the kid.
Franklin Edwards, who stands 6'1" against Norm Nixon, also about the same height. Good quickness as Nixon, however, ties right by him and puts it up. He will score, and he's fouled.
Franklin Edwards just lost a step as Nixon, who hadn't been much of an offensive force, and normally he is, had that first step. Look at here. Goes by with the left hand. Edwards is left holding the bag right there. And now Norm has a chance to cut the lead down to 2.
Norm Nixon, with only his first basket of the night, has only 3 points so far. Make it 4 as the foul shot is good. And the Lakers now drawn within 2. 39-37. 5:14 and counting, second quarter. Billy Cunningham off the Philadelphia bench, encouraging his offense to get moving inside. They go to Andrew Toney off the baseline left side. Moses Malone back in there against Jabbar, knocked away with a whistle and a foul.
Lakers went to that trapping defense that they use against Philly so effectively. The rule changed a little different this year. You've got to double aggressively, but still Magic Johnson is 6'9". You try and throw it over him, you're in trouble.
Third personal foul on Jabbar will send Moses Malone to the foul line. And this would not be the man that the Lakers could afford to lose with Moses Malone operating inside. Mo misses his first foul shot after hitting 4 in a row. Bob McAdoo will come in, and Jabbar will take a rest with 5 minutes to go in the half. Malone drops in his 3rd point of the period, his 9th of the ball game, and it's 40-37. Philadelphia by 3. Outside Worthy is guarded by another rookie, Rush Chaney. While Malone goes up against McAdoo as Nixon working here on Franklin Edwards. There's that turnaround. Follow up and inside by Magic, and he'll be fouled.
It's a good effort by Magic as the Lakers have not gone to the offensive boards as well as the 76ers. Magic has a chance to cut the lead down to 1. Here's another look, and the action is pretty good underneath. Magic Johnson out of Michigan State. Went hardship after his sophomore year. Just been a great pro from minute 1 in the NBA.
Second personal foul on Dr. J. Both ball clubs, well, let's say Philadelphia's over the limit. Los Angeles has only 3 in the period. Magic with the foul shot has 3 points tonight. Looks for number 4 and has it.
Let's see if the Sixers go down low now to Malone, Sam, with Jabbar out of there. The matchup down low will be against McAdoo.
They'll try to double down if they can get it there. A steal by Worthy. He'll feed it to Nixon, and the Lakers have the lead.
Worthy raises both hands. Look at him. Boy, is he excited. And look at this crowd.
The Lakers, not leading since they led 2-0, have a 1-point lead, but Andrew Toney will quickly regain the control for the 76ers.
He can shoot from any angle, off balance. Just a great athlete.
4 minutes and 18 seconds of an intensity here in the first half. The 76ers, Andrew Toney running. Down-court pass off the backboard. Wilkes, it's 3-on-1. McAdoo can't handle the pass. It'll go out of bounds, and Philadelphia will have a very costly turnover by the Lakers.
Boy, you hit the puppy. They've done a good job.
Mo Cheeks back in as Franklin Edwards will set down for Philadelphia. They try the over-the-top pass to Dr. J. It's knocked away, knocked down, and stolen by Wilkes. McAdoo to Nixon. Stolen away by Cheeks. Look at this ball game tonight. Cheeks. Guarded outside by Nixon. Chaney is matched on McAdoo as again Johnson is inside on Malone. And we got a 3-second violation on Malone. Turnover by Philadelphia. Second quarter of the ball game. Greg Gumbel along with John Andreas with highlights and other scores at NBA Tonight at halftime.
76ers giving the Lakers a little bit of medicine with their trap. Another block. Sam, we've had 22 turnovers, but the defense has had a lot to do with it. Their hands are everywhere. It's just been that kind of a ball game.
I think you see what Julius Erving does as he drops off his man and knock that ball away after the inbound. Magic Johnson, however, will pick up the garbage off the floor and score. And Philadelphia now finds himself down to the Lakers by 1 again. 43-42. 3:10 to go. Billy Cunningham now hollering for a zone call inside on Los Angeles. As Toney works one-on-one, he'll score, and he is fouled by Nixon. Andrew Toney for his 12th point of the game, and Nixon gets him on the arm for his first foul of the night.
The guy they call T, and they went to him over and over in the playoffs, and he knocks one down right here. Billy Cunningham visiting with Earl Strom about that zone defense, as you pointed out.
That time, Wilkes was the man that Billy was trying to get because his man was clear out in the right-hand corner. And Wilkes had kind of filtered into the paint area, and Billy was hollering about it.
What's interesting, when you take a look at the rules in the NBA, Bobby Knight, who is a strict disciple man-to-man, couldn't play this defense in this league because you really have to follow all the way through it to the off guard. You cannot hesitate at all.
45-43. McAdoo tried to tie it up, and finally Wilkes will as a tip in underneath. 14 points by Jamal Wilkes. There's that quietest forward in the NBA again to tie it up. 2:41 to go in the first half. Down low, it is McAdoo against Moses Malone. Malone has been somewhat quiet with only 9 here tonight. He'll still have 9 as rebounded off by Magic Johnson. There's that lead pass to Wilkes. Knocked out, finally picked up by Tony. Good play by Cheeks, who finally initiated the steal. Julius Erving will get the assist from Tony. Julius now has 12, and the Sixers lead by 2.
Boy, Tony showed you a little athletic ability there. Instead of going up for a hope shot, he gives the doctor something he can handle.
Now the 10s are going at it again. That's Nixon and Cheeks. Cheeks almost made a steal in the backcourt. 2 minutes now left to play in the first half.
And Worthy and Chaney are really pushing and shoving, getting after each other pretty good. Couple of rookies.
Wilkes shoots over Erving. Rebound by Malone to Chaney at midcourt. The 6'10 rookie feeds to the doctor. Baseline is fall away. Around and stays. 14 points by the doctor and a 4-point lead by Philadelphia, 49-45.
Been doing it a long time, and he's still got his skills, and he still likes to play the game with as much enthusiasm. Tony climbs all over Johnson.
Philadelphia already over the limit. Will send the Los Angeles Lakers to the foul line to shoot foul shots here with 1:33. Big win by Kansas City over Seattle, and a win by New Jersey over Milwaukee as Magic's foul shot gives him a total of 5 here in the period and 7 for the ball game now. Draws the Lakers back within 3 as one more coming. Rebound off by Chaney. Chaney's played a lot here in the first half so far. Maurice Cheeks running the attack, guarded by Magic Johnson as they've got Bobby Jones inside on Wilkes, and again McAdoo still inside on Mo. And that double teaming inside as they try an over-the-top pass pays off for L.A. Knocked out of bounds by Chaney. Good quick hands by both Bobby Jones and Russ Chaney to knock that one away.
Boy, the Lakers did a great job with 3 people all around Malone, just making it very tough for the big guy to get it down low.
Inbounded pass. The Lakers tried to surprise Philadelphia with a quick one into Johnson. It didn't work. As Philadelphia comes back the other way, 1:09 to go. Right side, this is the driving layup by Edwards, and Edwards will score. He'll get his first.
He's a pretty good player out of Cleveland State. You know, he's had an opportunity to start some when there were some injuries a year ago. The guy's got good skills.
Cheeks and Edwards at the guards. Underneath, Wilkes gets it down low to Worthy, and he'll be fouled from behind. 50 seconds left to play in the first half of the game, and Worthy will shoot foul shots for the Los Angeles Lakers. James Worthy out of North Carolina, leading his ball club to the NC2A championship last year, the Final Four most valuable player in '82.
And already in the early going in the NBA, he's won a ball game for the Lakers against Denver. He got a very important tip in when it looked like the Lakers would beat. Guy can run the court as well as anybody.
51-47 is our score as the Los Angeles Lakers try to stay close here with 45 seconds to play in the half. Bobby Jones runs for the layup. He'll be fouled by Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes will get his second personal foul, and Bobby Jones will troop to the line, an 86% foul shooter. But he's taken only 22 foul shots, hitting 19 of them.
There's the left hand by Jones. This one doesn't go down, but when he played at Denver, he had a problem with the altitude, and he's so much better off playing for Philadelphia. Likes to come off that bench rather than starting. What a guy to have in the last 5 minutes of the ball game.
Bobby missing that foul shot. He was the number 8 man in field goal shooting percentage last year, shooting only 56% from the floor. And he'll miss both foul shots. That's very uncharacteristic of Bobby Jones. Philadelphia's lead still holds at 51-47 with 35 seconds to play in the half. ESPN here tonight at the Forum as the Lakers and the Philadelphia 76ers rematch. First time since the championship won by the Lakers here in June. McAdoo against Malone. He'll score, and he's fouled. Good play by Bob McAdoo as he just waited for Malone to get out a little closer on him and just drove him to the hoop.
Goes hard to the hole. Keep in mind, Jabbar's sitting it out with 3 fouls, and Big Bob out of North Carolina does a great job. He can cut the lead down to 1 with 22 seconds remaining.
He has 12 points, make it 13 with a foul shot, and indeed it is 51-50. Philadelphia by 1. They'll take the final shot of the half with 18 seconds left to play. Franklin Edwards along with Cheeks, Chaney, Malone, and Jones. The shot clock is off. Overhead now has 8. Here comes the swarming defense for L.A. goes to Cheeks, and now an illegal defense call on L.A.
That's a tee.
That'll be the first call, I believe, isn't on him? On the Lakers, the ball will be out of bounds.
Well, Earl Strom hit the tee sign. Let's see if we miss one.
Now he's also, I think, clamped a technical foul maybe on Pat Riley, or is just indicating the tee. But nonetheless, at the line, Franklin Edwards will shoot it. He has the first one. So nonetheless, the technical foul gives Philadelphia a 52 to 50 lead. They lead by 2. 5 seconds left to play in the period.
See if they go down low.
Franklin Edwards trying to get a shot up. Double pumping and scores. He will get it just before the buzzer goes inside. Philadelphia 54. The Los Angeles Lakers 50. Managed by Philadelphia as they start the third quarter with the ball. They've got their starters back into the ball game as Julius Erving, Cheeks, along with Andrew Toney, play inside with Moses Malone and Ivoroni. Ball knocked away, I believe, by Landsberger. Finally picked by Wilkes. And Landsberger is dumped at the top of the key.
Interesting at the other end because Landsberger playing Malone and Kareem, who could give you a clinic on how to play a one-man zone. And as we see Landsberger go to the ground. So Marcus got the big assignment.
Magic Johnson tries to get inside. That last foul, by the way, preceding this one, was called on Dr. J for his third. And now going to the line, Magic Johnson will be shooting for the Los Angeles Lakers as we played only 25 seconds of the third period. And Ivoroni gets his second personal foul. Second team foul very quickly here in the period called on Philadelphia. Still a 4-point lead by the 76ers. Magic Johnson, who in that first half of the ball game got a total of 7 points, has 8 for the night now. Player that plays and gets just exactly what will be given up by the opponent. Last night, by the way, in their last game on Friday against Portland, he missed by one rebound, his 5th triple-double of the year.
And who could forget the year that Jabbar went down with an injury and Magic played the post. Look at the Lakers now as they continue to trap, being very aggressive with that defense.
Jamal Wilkes still guards Dr. J. He can't leave Cheeks wide open as they did there, and Cheeks will get his 4th point of the game. 56-52 Philadelphia.
Looking at the shot chart, Sam, that's what we missed the first half, was the good, consistent outside shooting. You know, you can make a multiple amount of mistakes as long as you shoot well, and normally both these clubs do from the outside. It didn't happen in the first half.
Magic Johnson is being played by Toney here in the second half. Good block by Malone. As Wilkes try to get the shot inside, Malone will get it off on the block, in Philadelphia with a 4-point lead back into the forecourt. There's Cheeks again. This time the rebound to Johnson. Magic starting the break, surveying that court very well. Nixon's miss was tapped up by Landsberger, and finally tapped in by Landsberger.
Hey, he's waited his turn. He hasn't seen a lot of action. Listen to the fans out of Arizona State. He's always been a banger. Once got 29 rebounds against Denver. The guy just hadn't had an opportunity to play much because of Rambis, who we have not seen tonight, Sam.
A strained left foot is keeping him on the bench as Landsberger again playing that post. Are in the inside. There is Toney. Toney again, who's averaged 26 in the last 5 ball games, averaging 21 for the year. Gets his 15th of the night. And Nixon will answer on the other end with his 8th point of the night, and it's 58-56. Philadelphia by 2.
And we didn't see much of Nixon offensively. That time he penetrates. I mentioned offensively the first half. He penetrates, and good things happen when Norman does that.
Ivoroni misses everything as far as the rim is concerned. Bangs it off the board. Philadelphia can't get it back, and Norm Nixon fed it underneath to Wilkes, who was on the inline, says Earl Strom, right on top of the play to call it.
The other end, Malone threw a vicious elbow. He's now arguing with Bill Saar. But, I mean, if that thing makes contact, you got somebody out of there.
He's still talking to Saar as, well, he's pointing a finger at him now as Toney is already into the offense, and Malone is still talking, and there's Ivoroni. 7 points tonight by Ivoroni, and it's 60-56, 4-point Philly lead again.
We'll have to watch Moses close underneath because he's really got the dander up. He's on Jabbar, and he is upset. Look at him go.
Oh! Jabbar rolling for the hoop will be fouled, and he's going to be called for pushing off on Malone. And that is the 4th personal foul called on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Here it is right there as Kareem shoves off with the right hand, that is. Earl Strom makes the call, no bucket. And Pat Riley has got to go to the bench. Sam, with 9:17 left in the period, they're in trouble foul-wise.
McAdoo, who has picked up the slack several times before. Boy, here's Abdul-Jabbar coming off that board with a big rebound, but they're going to call a loose ball foul, and wait a minute. We may have another one called on Abdul-Jabbar as Bill Czar went quickly in to call the foul. McAdoo comes in as Billy Cunningham waits on the other end, but they call the foul on Landsberger. That's the third. So again, McAdoo is back in, and Abdul-Jabbar is out of there.
McAdoo did a good job when Kareem picked up the 3 fouls. He came in at the 6-minute mark, and Philadelphia was unable to really put a lot of mileage between the two clubs.
He also scored 13 points in that first half. Tony with a nice drive gets his 17th of the night. And Philadelphia just relentlessly keeping the pressure on the Laker defense as it's 62-56.
This is where your guards got to take over now. If you're a Laker fan, they're in trouble foul-wise. The guards are this guy. He ain't too shabby.
16 by Jamal Wilkes. One of the things that these two ball clubs are known for is flying a guard, Irv, and with them having to play so much defense, they kind of forget about how to do that, I guess.
Hey, Andrews' second move to the hole, going down the left side with the right hand. He finds the smallest seam, and he's gone. That first step is as good as anybody's in the NBA.
8:19 to go, third quarter. Tonight from the Forum, a rematch of the championship game played here on June the 8th. Los Angeles, however, finds themselves behind. Ivoroni. Tony will try to finish it on the other end. He will miss it. Landsberger there. And with 8 minutes to play, a big miss by Andrew Toney.
Ivoroni had a great pass
by Julius. Toney against Magic Johnson, fed it across court, and McAdoo will feed it right out of bounds as he tried to feed to Nixon. By the way, the Lakers have now been credited for 17 turnovers in the game, while Philadelphia has 13. And with mostly Andrew Toney penetrating has really taken its toll here in this period on L.A.
Well, they really have gotten some things going with Toney, as you point out. Now the Lakers starting to jump switch, and Andrew showed us the ability to pass the ball early. Don't know what that's all about. Pat
Riley was standing very close. They had one man out of bounds, and now Ivoroni jumped out to inbound it. Pat Riley having a couple of words with the referee. Nonetheless, Philadelphia has it in. Philadelphia still playing with, once again, Toney and Cheeks at the guard. Ivoroni, Julius Erving, and Moses Malone up front. We'll check L.A. on the other end. Moses Malone will finally get that little turnaround jumper going. That's 11 for him tonight, and it's now 66-58.
Lakers need a bucket now. They're down 8. Malone's starting to assert himself, and boy, I'll tell you, him and Landsberger are really pushing and shoving.
Largest lead of the night by Philadelphia, almost wiped out by Wilkes. Landsberger still working hard inside, and it'll be called for an offensive foul on Landsberger. Stopping the clock with 7:07, much to the chagrin of Pat Riley. The ball goes back to Philadelphia on the foul. That's the 4th tonight on Landsberger.
Look at the defense inside as the red-shirted Philadelphia 76ers work hard. Ivoroni does a good job not fouling. Landsberger pushes off, and the call goes against him.
Julius Erving still matched on Magic Johnson. Up underneath, Malone has Landsberger up on him. There's that turnaround jumper, and Landsberger doing a good job inside on the big guy, forcing him on that turnaround. Good play by Ivoroni to knock it to Julius Erving. The doctor, too hard. Rebound comes off to Magic. He's bumped in the backcourt for a foul. It's going to be on Toney. 4 on Andrew Toney. The fouls are really becoming a very precarious situation for both ball clubs, Irv.
Toney with 4, Jabbar with 4. Another look as Julius is really long off the rim. The shooting just has not been what you would expect from these two ball clubs. They're too good of athletes, but it just hadn't been that way tonight. Toney will have to sit down.
Well, we've got 2 subs in as Clint Richardson comes in and Toney goes out. Also, James Worthy back into the lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. As he plays outside, it is guarded by Moses Malone. Wilkes with the rebound. McAdoo will try to answer. There's Malone with another one of those big rebounds. A look at the outlet. He gets to the doctor. And look at that body control to stay back in to try to tip it in. Ivoroni will be fouled on the outside. I believe Nixon was the one that got the biggest piece of it.
A great outlet from Moses. Look at the upper body strength. Julius misses a finger roll as he gets a little off balance, but the Sixers stay with it. They pick up the foul, so Philadelphia will inbound the basketball.
Ivoroni, who was an outstanding rebounder in his college days at Virginia, preceded, of course, the great Ralph Sampson there.
He really looked good in the summer league along with Shaney. They just have contributed to this ball club. The new look 76ers.
That was the second foul on Nixon and the second of the period on Los Angeles. as the 76ers have 8 on the shot clock. Number 8 will try to drive and dumps it off to Julius, and he gets the easy crib.
Guy we were talking about, Ivaroni, gives his ball club a 10-point lead with an excellent assist to the doctor.
Biggest lead of the ball game by the 76ers comes with 5:37 to play in the third. And now a block to be called on the inside by Earl Strom, stopping the action. It'll be the 4th team foul call on the Philadelphia 76ers. The ball out of bounds to the Lakers on the side. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sits helplessly on the sideline with 4 personal fouls here in the third.
It's been a little frustrating. He was really ready to play, picked up the fouls, and now he's got to wait probably until the period.
Jamal Wilkes has come out of the ball game, and Michael Cooper back in for L.A. That personal foul call on Ivaroni a moment ago was his third. The Lakers operate at long range beyond the three-point line. Shot clock is at 10. Worthy guarded by Malone. 7 points by James Worthy.
He can do it all. He's got a good touch from the outside. He'll go hard to the hoop.
An 8-point Philadelphia lead. Stutter step by Cheeks almost broke him loose. Richardson covered by Cooper. Good give and go by Malone, but it goes off on one of the Lakers out of bounds to Philadelphia.
Simple strategy by the Lakers. As soon as Malone gets the basketball, that offside guard is immediately doubling down, making it very tough on the big guy. Look at this.
There's the power of Moses Malone. Malone now gets unofficially his 13th of the night, and it's now 70-60. A 10-point lead again by Philadelphia with 4:48 to go in the third.
Malone is so tough. He hadn't fouled out of a basketball game in 5 years. He just takes care of himself.
Worthy being guarded by Malone. Worthy ejected by Malone. The Sixers on a 3-on-2. Ivaroni drives headlong over and gets a travel before the foul.
The walk comes before the foul. We'll take a look at the block by Big Malone. Never played a minute of college ball. He's been around forever, and he's still a kid. Here's the walk before the charge of the block, whatever you want to call it. Lakers have the basketball down 10.
Back to live action is Norm Nixon. Nice feed to McAdoo, and he loves that little jumper at the foul line. And McAdoo has responded for 15.
Well, he could put on a clinic shooting, Sam, from the outside. He extends that wrist. He flaps it. Bobby Jones will come back in for the 76ers.
McAdoo led the NBA in scoring 3 years. Highest average was 34.7 while playing with Buffalo. There's Malone, and you see the crowd that he draws. Good ball movement by Philadelphia as Cheeks will miss, and McAdoo will rebound. Philadelphia back well with 4 players, but Worthy may get inside. Rebound opposite side by Cooper, who scored.
Michael had a great ball game against Portland on Friday, and he comes up with a very key offensive hoop right here. The Lakers are down 6.
And the Philadelphia off Shays and his coach, Billy Cunningham.
That's pretty good company.
Not a bad lineup. I'll take him. Right side, Cheeks. There's Bobby Jones off the bench. Good offensive rebound by Richardson, and a good play underneath by Magic Johnson. Cooper, what a running one-hander that is.
Not only did he hit the running one-hander, Sam, he flew at Bobby Jones at the other end of the floor to make that jump shot tough. The crowd excited. The lead is down to 4.
That's not booze. That's the holler for the Coop. Philadelphia. Ivaroni will answer on the other end. He gets only his 9th point, but a big one there to kind of shut the door again on L.A.
When you double up, somebody's open, and the Sixers did a good job finding Ivaroni.
6-point Philadelphia lead. Under 3 minutes to play now in the third quarter. Cooper being guarded by Bobby Jones, who is laid back in the paint pretty well. As McAdoo is worked on by the rookie Ivaroni. And McAdoo responds well here for his 17th of the night.
Got to believe when the big guy comes back in, Jabbar, you'll see McAdoo playing some power forward for Landsberger because he is right tonight.
4-point Philadelphia lead. They try to feed it over the top to Moses Malone, and it's out of bounds, and L.A. will have another turnover. The Philadelphia 76ers giving it back to the Lakers, and they start their charge here at the end of the third quarter, now with 2:26 to go. Johnson picked up by Richardson. As Norm Nixon still guarded by Cheeks. Good screen by Worthy. Nixon.
Look out, they can light it up. The lead is down to 2. The Sixers need a bucket right now.
Closing in on 2 minutes. 2:02, 2:01, 2 minutes to go in the third. 72-70. Philadelphia by 2. Bobby Jones trying to get the offense moving. There's Ivaroni with a fine move by Ivaroni, who now goes into double figures as he gets his 11th.
Is he something? You know, the guy only supposed to play defense and rebound, and he's had 2 big buckets as the Lakers were making the determined bid, and Ivaroni, rather than the doctor or Moses Malone, has become the shooter.
Ivaroni again, 3 years in Italy. Laying down his rookie year. Tip-up almost went in that time on the opposite side by Johnson. Bobby Jones to Richardson. Philadelphia back to a 4-point lead. Ball batted out of bounds by Elliott. It belonged to Philadelphia with a shot clock at 17. Jamal Wilkes will rejoin the Laker lineup. He comes in moving Johnson and Cooper to the guard spots while Jamal plays up front with McAdoo and Worthy. Cheeks against Cooper. Maurice Cheeks out of West Texas misses, and Wilkes will rebound. Cooper almost fed it right back to McAdoo. Worthy gets a big basket off the wing, and he has a total of 9, and the Lakers are within 2 again.
Cooper has really contributed since coming on. He had the key assist, and now it's a 2-point lead, 55 seconds remaining in the 3rd period.
Cheeks against Cooper. Ivaroni matched up with another rookie, Worthy. Ivaroni. Nice one-handed pass out to Richardson, and the Seattle product will put it in.
Once again, Ivaroni really contributing. He had the key as he penetrated, drew the pressure, and then dished it off.
Lakers will have to give up the ball one more time as we have 30 seconds left to play. Shot clock at 16 as Johnson guarded by Richardson. And Cooper is going to be decked by Ivaroni as Ivaroni setting a pick on the outside. And with 28 seconds left to play, substitutes come onto the floor as Franklin Edwards rejoins the lineup for Philadelphia along with Earl Curitan. So Cheeks will go out underneath for 1. As the Philadelphia 76ers will now put the Lakers at the line with Ivaroni's 4th personal foul.
Look at the big guy, Jabbar. Look for him to come back in 28 seconds. Curitan played at Detroit for Smokey Gaines. There's Earl Strom doing a little visiting with the scoring table.
You can also see the ever-present Jack Nicholson across the way. I wonder how many games for the Lakers he has missed. Probably not many.
I'll tell you what, every night we've been here, he's been here, along with Elliott Gould. I got to believe Mathau's here tonight. This is a special ball game.
This is a social night out with 28 seconds to go in the 3rd, and it's still a 4-point lead by Philadelphia. Make it 3 as Cooper's 2nd foul shot gives him 5 for the game. You see the shot, the clock, with 26 seconds. Shot clock, of course, started at 24.
Edwards took the last shot near the end of the half. A beautiful driving, twisting layup. Let's see if that's a strategy again as Billy Cunningham is giving him some instructions.
Shot clock is down to 10. Richardson, however, will not let Edwards be the hero as he'll gun it in. 78-73, 9 seconds to play in the period. Back out Cooper with a 3-point goal. The home run won't go. Tipped up by Jones. He gets control. There's the horn. And Philadelphia 76ers leading by as many as 10. Have now a 5-point lead.
Doing it for a long, long time for their respective ball clubs.
Abdul-Jabbar will start the 4th quarter on the bench. And Moses Malone also will get a rest as again Curitan is in there to play the post. McAdoo is on the post, guarded by Curitan. A good feed inside, but down the lane Curitan will rebound it, and this is Edwards. In the open court, he'll miss, and McAdoo rebounds for L.A. Stolen back by Edwards, stolen back by Johnson and Cooper. And there's Wilkes all alone underneath, but he's going to be fouled before he can score the hoop by Curitan.
Lakers really got a break as the Sixers were bringing it back up the court, couldn't handle it. And they give him something he can handle down here. Wilkes unable to knock it down, but he'll get a pair of free throws. Looked like it'd be a 3-point play here. Been a kind of a night shooting-wise for most of the ball players.
You know, Irv, we talk so much about offense in the National Basketball Association. Sometimes we fail to talk about defense, but Jamal Wilkes, who had 14 at the half, got only 1 basket in the 3rd quarter. The defense by Philadelphia. And, of course, Abdul-Jabbar getting into foul trouble has been held only 6 here tonight so far.
Very true. Wilkes, a California kid, played at Berkeley High School. 36 youngsters, not youngsters, 36 guys in the NBA from California High School. That is the leading state by far.
And here's a steal by Magic. And the Lakers are on a run as Magic goes down. He's up and all right, and the Lakers are within 1, 78-77.
Boy, they're lucky Magic didn't get hurt because he lost his balance, and that looked like a tailbone shot. Look at Bobby Jones with the left hand, Sam.
I'm telling you, he changed that shot in midair. Jones gets only his first basket of the night, and Philadelphia again shuts that door in Philadelphia in Los Angeles' face. As the Lakers try to work underneath and do to Wilson, he's fouled. One quick hands by Magic Johnson to make that pass.
We got ourselves a 1-point ball game. The crowd is going crazy here at the Forum.
Wilkes will be at the foul line trying to tie this game up with 11:03 left to play as the foul is called on Edwards, his second. The second team foul of the period here quickly on Philadelphia. Wilkes' foul shot, it will not be tied. 80-79, Philadelphia still by a point. Edwards matched up on Cooper. Bobby Jones guarded by Worthy. Wilkes is outside on Richardson. He can guard a lot of guards in this league. He stands 6'6". Shot clock at only 6. Richardson. Wilkes tried for a steal, and Richardson just calmly stood there and canned it.
And as you point out, Sam, they really have been sagging the passing lanes, missed the steal, and the Lakers still trail by 3. The 76ers have survived 3 hard runs at them. They still have the lead.
Well, a shot by Wilkes will finally be rebounded off the floor by Richardson for Philadelphia after Johnson got a piece of it. Up underneath Edwards with a fine feed to Curitan, and he is fouled. The basket will count his 4th of the night, and Philadelphia goes up 84-79, and Curitan will be at the line for the 76ers.
A couple of guys who don't see a lot of action. Franklin Edwards out of Cleveland State goes up. Instead of taking the flyer, goes to Curitan underneath, and Curitan sees very little playing time behind Malone.
An air ball by Curitan will be out of bounds on the side to Los Angeles, but now they're going to be calling a lane violation on L.A., it appears. I'm not going to talk about lane violations.
Well, yeah, because you had a pretty good one last Tuesday.
As the broadcaster, the voice of the San Antonio Spurs, I watched it last Tuesday live in San Antonio. Lane violation on the left side. The ball tipped in the air by Clint Richardson. And Richardson knocked it in the air, and the thing fell through the hoop.
Could this thing be decided by a fluke? Look at Pat Riley. They have played so hard. Richardson somehow knocked it down, had no intention of really, just got a hand on it.
Oh, my. Worthy will miss a dunk, but he does it because somebody's on his back. And it appeared to be Curitan, and Worthy will shoot foul shots for Los Angeles. I would not believe that play. Richardson just battling for the ball, batted it into the air, and it fell through for a 7-point lead by Philadelphia.
I think that's one that'll wind up in the 76er highlight film. Chuck Daly, who does the TV for Philly on the local station, looked at me and just threw up his hands. Of course, Chuck coached at Cleveland. He's been around the horn, now doing TV work.
That last foul was called on Dr. J, and that is his 4th. The 3rd call on Philadelphia's Worthy's 2 foul shots gives him 11 for the night. And an 86-81 ball game with Philadelphia in the lead by 5, and they turn the ball over.
About time to see the big guys back in there now with 9:53 left, Sam. And I don't think one will put one in till the other coach does. Look at this steal by the Sixers.
And almost stolen right back. Julius Erving with a baseball pass to Edwards. He powers up underneath, and we've got a whistle and a foul called on Cooper. Well, the 76ers have their game plan, and they want to run the ball on the transition as much as they can, and they've done so.
Look at the upper body strength as Lil Edwards goes up and really does a great job. Unable to get the layup, but he'll get a couple of free throws. 9:44 remaining. His ball club leads it by 5.
Billy Cunningham has not countered with a man to go up against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as of yet. Curitan is still the man at 6'9" to guard the 7'2" Jabbar. Edwards will have one more try. He's got 5 points for the night so far. A 5-point lead by Philadelphia. 9:44 to play.
Sam, you got to believe that the Lakers will go to their cannon here. We've seen so many times where L.A. will be in trouble, and they go down to Jabbar for the sky hook.
Jamal Wilkes is resting on the bench. He's also one of those weapons that they like to go throw. He's back in there on the last timeout, so he plays underneath the hoop against Bobby Jones. And they feed on that give and go to Johnson, and Johnson will be fouled. So Magic will shoot foul shots for Los Angeles as Bobby Jones acknowledges the call with his 3rd personal foul. And now Big Mo will come off the bench for Philadelphia. Moses Malone makes his appearance back in the lineup. Well, others, it's tragic. For us, it's just magic. Philadelphia fan out here, huh? Big Mo steps to the line. He'll be up next side of Cooper as Johnson gets ready to shoot. Johnson held to now 10 points as he scores here.
They've done a good job of cutting off the outlet pass and taking away some of Magic's effectiveness tonight. The open court is where L.A. excels, and Johnson, of course, is the best in the game, in my opinion, at that type of game.
Bobby Jones has it stolen away by Cooper. Big play by Cooper with 9:22 to play in the period. Stolen right back by Philadelphia's Edwards. Knocked in the air by Richardson. Bobby Jones to Big Mo. And Moses Malone gets unofficially 15 for the night and an 89-82 Philadelphia lead with 9:08 to play.
Big turnover as Magic threw it away, and then a nice pass by Jones gets the ball club a 7-point lead.
Cooper tries from long range. Philadelphia controlling the boards with Jones. Richardson, Dr. J by Cooper, no good. Tip up is good by Richardson.
Just has a bucket in the half.
All right, it's 91-82 as the Philadelphia 76ers lead by 9 with 8:41 left to play. The Lakers working basket left. Nixon guarded outside. Edwards again playing a lot here in the half. They like his defense, and there's the sky hook by Jabbar, and that's only his 8th point of the game against Moses Malone and Earl Curitan. 91-84. Philadelphia with the lead. Pressure in the backcourt by Nixon. Edwards, coming into his second year, handles it fairly well. 8:16 to play. Down inside. Irving got Wilkes to commit himself and then steps under him, draws the 4th foul on Jamal. And Julius will go to the line and shoot foul shots for Philadelphia. He has 16 points tonight.
Quite a guy. We take another look at Julius. Maybe the most popular active athlete in America since Sugar Ray Leonard has retired. Very public service-minded, articulate. As soon as his playing days are over, if he wants it, I'll guarantee you somebody will hire him to do commentary work.
You know, a nice thing about Dr. J is he also led a group of Christian athletes from the National Basketball Association on a tour of China. And we were talking to Gene Banks of the San Antonio Spurs, who made that same trip, and he said that Dr. J and his lovely wife Turquoise were, well, almost like the tour guides. They had everything well in control in China.
Thing you like about Julius, too, he's got the time of day for everybody. Youngsters, old people. Misses his free throw. Kareem has only shot it 7 times tonight. Let's see if they go to him.
2 missed foul shots there, still makes it 91-84. They do go into Kareem. He gets it right back out, and Norm Nixon tries to get the Lakers in and does for his 12th point of the game.
Sam, a good example of the Lakers, though. Anybody wants to leave this game, wouldn't advise it. Some way, somehow, a winner finds a way to beat you. A good example the other night in that protested game at San Antonio. I saw this ball club come back from the dead against Denver in the Mile High City, and they just have that ability. Look at Irving.
18 points by the Doctor, and it's 93-86. The Philadelphia 76ers lead by 7.
How can your body do that? He went up and dunked it, kind of backhanded, just flipped it and went down with a force.
And also at 32 years of age and playing as hard as he has to play every night. We've got a whistle. And apparently an offensive foul called on the Los Angeles Lakers. Somebody wiping out, and I believe it's going to be on McAdoo. Number 11 it is. That's his 3rd. And now the Philadelphia 76ers get the ball back again.
Andrew Toney back in for Franklin Edwards, who did a good job running the show. Look at this steal.
Worthy. Toney will try to catch him, but Worthy just ran right by.
Boy, a big move, and the crowd is involved now. 5-point lead, plenty of time left, 7:04.
James Worthy getting his 13th point of the game. 5-point lead. Julius Irving tries to quieten him, but will not, but chases down the rebound. A collision and a travel is called in Philadelphia. The Lakers have it.
Billy Cunningham wants a timeout to slow the momentum down. It's suddenly changing.
Lakers with the ball. Philadelphia still have Toney and Richardson out front. They're matched on Cooper and Nixon. Inside for the 76ers, Bobby Jones, Malone, and Julius Irving. McAdoo against Bobby Jones. Can't get the shot, but here comes that sky hook. Jabbar gets it. 10 points by Jabbar, and it's a 3-point game.
And Malone was all over him and couldn't handle it.
Pressure in the backcourt by Cooper. Andrew Toney, who can handle it for the most part from anybody in the league, brings it ahead. A 3-point game by Philadelphia. Andrew Toney, nice move by Toney. He's got 21 for the game now.
And Jabbar left Malone to come over and jump switch, and Toney with that upper body strength went right into his face. Kicks his ball club up by 5.
6:06 left to play. Nixon and Cooper trying to interchange inside. They get it down low. Now watch as Richardson doubles back inside. Nixon. Look at the James Worthy. Oh my, he flew down the lane for a 95-92 Philly lead.
He took a 15-foot run and just made it look easy.
5:40 to play. Toney quietens the crowd again with his 23rd of the night, 97. 92. Might be the last team that scores is going to win tonight.
What a guy. He wants it when it's money time, and he knocks it down to keep that 5-point lead.
Billy Cunningham down in front of the Philadelphia bench. Jack McMahon along with Matty Gukas on the bench as well for Philly as McAdoo scores for L.A.
The L.A. bench has really done a job, Sam. McAdoo and Cooper really contributing. Worthy, let's don't forget him.
McAdoo with 19. Worthy off the bench with a total of 15. Follow-up by Malone for Philly. Unofficially 17 by Big Mo tonight. 99-94. 5-point Philadelphia lead. You see the clock under 5 minutes to play tonight from the Forum. Well, the first matchup of the year between these two ball clubs has been a great one. McAdoo, he's filling it up now with 21.
Penetration once again by Nixon. Pressure came over. Big Mac knocked it down.
Cooper had held up in the backcourt. Coming over, McAdoo had picked up Tony, but they switched back. Julius Erving in traffic. There's Malone. One of those big offensive rebounds by Malone, and he puts it in. He had 111 coming to tonight's basketball game.
Sam, he refuses to stay on somebody's back, whether it be an Ivoroni. In this case, it's been Tony and Malone.
That timeout by Los Angeles was their 5th. They've got 2 full timeouts and a 20. Philadelphia using up a timeout in the period. Also had 3 timeouts. They have a 20 left. Bobby Jones with those ever-present moving hands knocks it in the air, and that's Tony. He has it knocked away, and L.A. will be on the defensive end as Philadelphia will have 20 on the shot clock when they inbound it underneath. Checking back in, Magic Johnson for Los Angeles. And also back in is Ivoroni for Philadelphia as Bobby Jones goes out. And Cooper will set out for L.A. Moses Malone, offensive foul again on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. 8 points in the period by Big Mo. 22 for the ball game, and it's a 103-96 lead by Philly.
They gave him a lot of money to come to Philly to bring a world championship there. Nobody's been disappointed. They're leading the league in attendance.
A hold to be called away from the ball by Bill Czar down to the left of the screen. And it's going to be an Ivoroni. That'll be his 5th of the ball game. And on the Philadelphia 76ers, that'll be their 15th foul in the period. And Los Angeles will go to the line shooting here with 3:44 to play. Billy Cunningham, the 3rd youngest coach in the NBA. Going for his 300th victory in the next few ball games. He has 294 so far. And if he gets one here tonight, it will be well earned. 103-96 as Pat Riley on the other end visits with Magic Johnson. Foul shot by McAdoo. They're going to need them all down the stretch. He'll have one more coming. He missed the first one. Rebound underneath by Dr. J. Well, Billy Cunningham, who played in the NBA and one of the great ones for 11 years, knows this pressure situation.
He's also still one of the youngest coaches, 39 years of age. Very popular when he played with the 76ers.
3:29 to play. Julius Erving, big jumper outside. He has his 20th of the night.
Well, once again, Julius has shot so much better from the outside this year. Throw away the book on him. People used to make him pop it over them. Now you better come out on him.
9-point lead again by Philadelphia. Kareem rolled into the lane. Long down quick pass by Malone. Goes to Julius Erving driving for the hoop. He put the ball in, but a foul came way out on the floor, and it's called on Norm Nixon, his 3rd.
Big turnover. Kareem had the finger roll, couldn't knock it down. Right here, instead of a 7-point lead, you're looking at an 11-point deficit. Malone with a great outlet pass, and that's the one thing people didn't know if he'd do, because everything at Houston was slow. And could Moses come into the Philadelphia system and throw the long outlet pass? And the answer is yes.
Julius Erving out a little trouble at the foul line as he misses again here. He missed 2 earlier tries. Jamal Wilkes back into the Laker lineup, and McAdoo will sit down. So Jamal will answer the bell here in the final 3:08 to play. He has a total of 20. Total of 21 by McAdoo to lead the Lakers as Julius's foul shot for his 21st point will make it a 106-96 10-point lead by Philadelphia. 3 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the ball game tonight from the Forum. Sam Smith along with Irv Brown. Delighted you could join us here on your Total Sports Network, ESPN. Now we have a call to be made on Philadelphia, and Bill Czar coming out underneath. Somebody stepping under someone.
Well, Malone and Jabbar were really competing, and I believe Moses gets the call against him. Kareem to go to the free throw line.
You know, you made mention of Malone not fouling out of ball games. That's only his 2nd personal foul. And the way that he plays, particularly the position he plays inside, I guess it's a credit to the way that he controls himself, because he does not foul out a minute. second personal foul is all he's had here tonight. Big foul shot missed again by the Lakers. They're a total of 5 out of their 8 shots. Make that 6 out of 9 that they tried here in the period. So it's 106-97 on the foul shot completion by Jabbar. 2:50 to play. Richardson getting out of that double team. Shot clock at 13 as Philadelphia will use all of it here. 2:40 left to play in the ball game. Philadelphia leads by 9. 106-97. Tony, look at the pass to Malone, and he'll stuff it for 23.
That might be the one that clinches it. 2 boards for the ball game.
Well, the battle of the big fellas has gone to Moses Malone tonight. Their 27th meeting. Jabbar's won 16 of them. Jabbar rolls into the lane for only his 7th point of this period and 13th for the ball game. 108-99. The clock and ally of Philadelphia with 2:12 left to play.
Billy Cunningham is up yelling, use all of it, and that's exactly what they're doing. The last time Tony took it to the hole with 6 seconds left and dished it to Malone.
Julius Erving tries to get it to Malone, and he'll be out of his reach. And the Lakers, with 2:01 left to play, will have it back and down by 9. Nixon trying to engineer something to get the Lakers back into it. His fall-away jumper almost tipped in. Malone had it for a moment, and Julius finally comes up with it. 1:48 to play. A 9-point Philadelphia lead. They've come to the West Coast hoping to conquer, and so far they've done so. 1:40. Shot clock at 12. There's Malone inside on Jabbar. Jabbar with a pretty good contact with a steal. Moses talking to Bill Czar again. 3-point goal by Nixon. Richardson will let it hop helplessly out of bounds, and with 1:25 left to play. Again, we have not seen Kurt Rambis at all with that sprained left foot for the Los Angeles Lakers, a very emotional leader for the Lakers. And now Cheeks is back in for Philadelphia to join Tony.
And Richardson did a great job while he was in, contributed on the boards, and shot 5 of 5 from the field. Look at the speed of Tony.
Malone has the shot blocked from behind by Worthy, but look at Ivoroni with a hustle. 1:14 to play. And now Earl Strom has said, wait a minute, reset the 24-second, I think. As Pat Riley comes looking at midcourt, Billy Cunningham looks from the other side. Pat Riley retreats, probably could have been a reset. Outside with the ball, it is Tony. 1:04 left to play. Los Angeles may take a quick foul here if they can. They haven't taken it yet. Ivoroni with a 3-point try. It'll hop out of bounds, and Philadelphia will give it up with 57 seconds to go. 108-99.
Lakers need a 3-point effort. Let's see if Philadelphia plays defense that way to prevent it.
Johnson has it nipped away on the inside, and a personal foul on Philadelphia will send Magic Johnson to the lane, and he limps heavily on his right foot as he goes to the foul line. But 52 seconds here tonight. Credit Billy Cunningham and the Philadelphia 76ers. Irv, I have to believe they came in with one thing in mind, and that was to stay with their game plan. And of course, when you've got a lead, you can always do that. But they stayed to it pretty good, and the great defense, I thought, inside on Abdul-Jabbar. And they also did a pretty good number tonight, not letting Johnson kind of get free and roaming.
And one of the things we haven't talked about much, Sam, this is the 4th game on a road trip, so you got to be a little tired, which makes this even more impressive.
Personal foul was on Tony, his 5th of the ball game, as Magic Johnson gets his 11th point. It is 108-100. Los Angeles had a golden opportunity to catch Seattle in their standings, with Seattle losing at KC tonight. But they will not do so with only 48 seconds left to play here with a 108-100 Philadelphia lead. Tony at midcourt falling down, but a good save by Cheeks. Julius Erving in the open court. That's what the fans came to see.
Boy, I'll tell you, that was special. Sam, can you believe the raw talent that this Philadelphia team has? We've talked a lot about Malone, but how about Ivoroni and Shaney?
3-point try by Wilkes, and Philadelphia with a 10-point lead may make it 12 as Malone finishes it off. 25 by Moses Malone, 112-100. Kareem will get one on the other end for Los Angeles. 21 seconds as the clock stops on every basket. A 10-point Philadelphia lead. Julius Erving inside on Jabbar, batted away. 16 seconds left to play. Well, Irv and I have enjoyed the broadcast tonight. We hope that you have too. On our doubleheader, and of course, highlights and scores of all the other games on the NBA tonight. That'll be following our broadcast. 11 seconds. Philadelphia with the win here tonight at the Forum. Los Angeles has lost only once here, the opening game to Golden State. Malone will finish it with 3. Inbounded pass, long down goes to Wilkes. He'll dump it in with 1 second. It's 114-104. Inbounded pass. Philadelphia wins the game. So the Philadelphia 76ers
back here in the finals in June.
Well, again, Philadelphia will win it by 10, 114 to 104. Stay tuned now as Greg Gumbel and